Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at the Govee H6195, the 65-foot LED light strip. I'm going to give you the quick rundown of the major features, how it works with smart home platforms, and let you know my final thoughts at the end. So without further delay, here we go. This is the disco effect. And here we have the party effect. So this one's game. And we have business and work, twinkle. This one's siren. We have movie mode. This is the Govee H6195, and I've been controlling it with the iPad here. Controlling it's super easy. You go into the scenes, and I use the game scene, so I'm going to hit game, and it goes right to that. We have the work scene, and that one populates. We can do some of the festival ones. I think this is the one we started with, the disco theme. So you have a lot of great themes here, and it's really an affordable product. So we have a light strip, and we've run it. Most of the areas double underneath the bed and behind the bed. So it runs on the bed rails, the footboard, the supports underneath, the headboard. It goes up and around the top and comes back down. So it gives you the nice glow underneath the bed, behind the bed, off to the side. It's a little bit bright in here still. It's during daytime right now. So now that you saw it with the lights off, I did go ahead and turn the lights on. I was using the iPad to control the lights, and it's really easy. You pick the particular effect you're looking for, you click the button, and it's active. There is also a remote control that you can utilize. So we don't use this too often. The controller we have behind the headboard, so every once in a while it's intermittent whether or not it works, but it does have the basic controls. We have the power button, the brightness, the colors that we have. It can switch through colors, and there's a few other modes and options listed on the remote as well. So in a pinch, I suppose it works. It's certainly, the way we tend to use it is turning the power on and off. So it's certainly good for that, but regarding the usage for the day-to-day, the color effects, and that type of thing, I would certainly stick to the app. It's a much better option there than using the remote. So that's the footboard there, and you can see the rails underneath the bed have LEDs. This is the side rail here that I'm near, but you can see it's on all the rails underneath the bed, the side rails, the support rails, and the headboard as well over there. And then it goes back up behind the headboard as well to really give us a full light effect. So here's a quick peek behind the headboard. You can see we have it run across the top, and we have it down both sides. And that really gives us pretty good coverage there. Now that you saw how everything works with the Govee lights, we're gonna go ahead and look into the app and see what's going on there, see how easy it is to control. And then a little bit later, I'm going to demonstrate the usage with the Google Home and give you my final thoughts as well. So while we're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really help me out to make sure that we get this moving forward. And as I create content, you'll be able to see that and make sure you don't miss anything. So let's jump right into the app. All right, I went ahead and loaded the app. So now that we have the app loaded, we can go ahead and start using it. So I pulled it up, just to the home screen, and you can see there's not a whole lot here. But if you go into the actual devices at the top, you can edit the device there and go into it and change the options. So obviously we can do just a very simple on and off. We can also go into the app and we can do some more advanced options like the effects. So if you go to the effects lab, you can create your own actual effects on this one. So you have the different colors here, and they have them grouped. These are the basic colors, but there's obviously other options. Here's dessert colors. So if you like your jelly beans, you can go in and look at those, or scroll down through and find whatever suits your fancy. So let's say that you're into the ice cream here that has some green colors. You can go in and select the color you're looking for, and if you hold that color, you can add it to your specific colors. But if you just tap it, it's going to go into into that color right now. We can also go into the actual effects lab. That was the color gallery, but in the effects lab, there's some other options as well, where it's the presets that they were using earlier and I was demonstrating, so that you can go in and see those. So let's see if we can find the ones. I think it was under the life. We had the siren, and this one, said that there could be discomfort and such if you have epilepsy. There's that option. There's a gaming mode option, and then there's the work options, reading options, the night option, that one we showed earlier. So a variety of options here, and you can select those. It's just a quick tap, and that's how we were activating them on the lights earlier. And then there's a harmony lab. We can play these, and you can hear the frying bacon, and then it'll play lights to match that. So certainly a lot of options there for the interactions with the lights. And you can see there's the smart home functions are in the device settings here. So if you're interested in the Amazon smart home ecosystem, or the Google Assistant, that's here as well. And you can go right into the user guide, and it gives you additional information, to link, as well as going down, and we can find where you can actually use it as well. So how to synchronize your device to the Amazon ecosystem. I almost said the dreaded name and activated people's devices. And if we go back out of that, we can drop into the Google, or if you're at the top of the page, you can just switch between them, and walks you through that setup as well. And I'm going to go ahead and connect it to our Google. That's the preferred method we have. We have more of the Google Home assistants than any of the other assistants. We also have the Amazon system, just a couple of those speakers though, and we only use Apple on our devices, so we don't actually have any of the speakers sitting around for the Apple ecosystem. You can certainly use the Amazon ecosystem or the Google Home Assistant ecosystem to utilize them. Apple is not supported in the Govee setup directly. You can certainly do some workarounds on those. I believe they're supported through the home bridge. I believe there's a workaround that way. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add the Govee H6195 to the Google Home ecosystem. So we're just going to hit the plus sign on the top left, and then we're going to set up the device. We're going to select Works from Google, and then the easiest way with Google is certainly to search, because there, I don't know, maybe hundreds or so of the different connections that are available there. And then I'm going to go ahead and log in to Govee here. And then you can see that it immediately finds the device, and we can select that device and select next. We add it to the home that we want it to be added to, and then we can select a room, and I'm going to go ahead and select the appropriate room here. Then I'll navigate to that room and select that device. And then from this screen you can see that we can choose the color, we can choose the brightness level, and we can go ahead and turn it on and off. So quick on and off would be like that, and we can change the brightness level and that automatically turns it on. And we can go into the color, and you can see there's a decent number of colors, but not every color. So you can select one of these and it'll automatically make the light that color, and change the brightness, and it's as easy as that. So we'll demonstrate the actual usage of the Google Home and let you see what that looks like. All right, now we're going to demonstrate the use of Google in controlling the lights here. Turn Govee on. As you probably recognized immediately, I updated the name of the device to Govee just to make it simple here and demonstrate that you can use whatever name you like, and Google can easily handle it. Set Govee to blue. So you can go and use whatever color you want. You just have to give the command to set the color, set it to that color, and Google can easily handle that. Set Govee to 1%. So you can use commands like this, and you can see that it really dims it out. Set Govee to 50%, and you can use whatever variety of percentages you want in here, so that it'll adjust, and you can use your Google to control it as you like. This works really well as long as you're in a constant light, constant color. It seems to work really well. This is probably not the best name to use with your Google device because it happens to be very similar to the name Google. So in my testing, I did once in a while have an issue where Google thought I was saying its name rather than the Govee. So I wouldn't name it this long term, but certainly for short term it works out really well. Set Govee to pink. So we can just demonstrate a couple more items here. Set Govee to 100% and set it to red. Looks like it got the 100%, but maybe you can't do two commands at a time. Set Govee to red. There we go. So you can only do one command at a time. You can't do the color and the brightness, but it works really well. And certainly, I think the most common things you'd be looking for here are on, off, simple brightness control and solid color. You probably aren't going for the effects or anything like that. Last command that you're probably looking for here, set Govee to off. And you can see even with some not so natural language you can do that. Set Govee to on. So when it's not quite natural language, you can see it works. We also, retain the last settings when it was on when you, reactivate it. But you can also use natural language. Turn Govee off. And that wraps up the demonstration. So next we're going to talk about the final thoughts here. All right, we're back then for the final wrap up and my final opinion on the Govee H6195. We have the lights that we placed under our son's bed and behind his bed. He got them for his birthday, and he's really happy, and certainly a purchase I would make again. And if I was looking for lights for any indoor use, I think that this is a good choice, whether it's underneath the bar, or if it's accenting lights for certain holidays and having different modes there, or in a child's room, even an adult's room. There's some other things we didn't get into that could be useful in some of those situations, such as automatic increasing of light through a specified period of time, or dimming the lights and turning off during a time where you're going to sleep. Different setups like that. So 100%, I would go ahead and buy these if you're still looking, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.